Good morning, Tom from Flying Stone, Canada. Today is June the 15th. Today we have the honor to have the gentleman Cliff Twinner. He is the owner of the roofing company called Lowdown Exteriors, to give us a quick rundown on how this roofing is being put together. And just on the top of the roof is looks beautiful. So I will turn over to Cliff, and thank you for watching. Let's get started. Please.
All right. Hi, as Tom said, my name's Cliff. I'm with Lowdown Residential Exteriors, and we just finished this roof on one of Tom's projects. So what we've got here is a whole system underneath these shingles, and that's what a lot of people aren't really aware of, is what's underneath here. So I'll just quickly describe it to you. Down at the very edge, which we can't see right now, is drip edge. So it's a little piece of metal that runs along the whole eave edge. And if you can pretend this is the edge of the roof.
Okay.
It's a piece of metal that runs down, just has a little angle on it.
Oh.
So that if water comes down the shingles and starts to kind of drip back a little bit, it'll hit that metal and go down into the eaves trough instead of going into the fascia boards. Just like when you pour a cup of coffee too fast or too slow and it dribbles down and makes a mess on your counter.
Okay.
That's what that presents.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then after that metal, we put on ice and water shield, which goes about 44 inches up from the eaves. So that would end probably about here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's underneath that first layer.
Okay.
And what that is this material. It's a peel and stick material that goes directly on the wood. And the great thing about that is when we put the first few rows of shingles on and we drive nails through it, in the heat it actually melts around the nails.
Okay.
And prevents any damage coming from ice damming or anything like that might happen in the future. It has no way to penetrate to the wood.
Feel awesome.
Yeah. So after the ice and water seal, the rest of the roof before the shingles is covered in a synthetic underlay, very similar to this.
Okay.
So this takes the place, a lot of in the past they used tar paper. So this is a little bit more durable. And wicks the water down to the eaves if anything happens to get underneath the shingle, rather than just absorbing it like the tar paper used to do.
Awesome.
So at that point, the whole roof is covered, and then we finally start putting the shingles on.
Okay.
And that's what you see here.
Beautiful.
This is BP Mystique in Twilight Gray, which is actually my favorite color in the world, so good job. Color
Okay,
choice.
thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's about it for what's up here. On the other side, you have all the vents and everything.
Okay.
Just might be good to mention, proper ventilation is incredibly important for making your shingles last as long as they're supposed to last.
Okay.
So this, of course, is up to code. But if I find a lot of the older houses that we do, when we do a re-roof, they don't have enough ventilation for the current shingles, so we have to add some on most houses.
So the ventilation, Cliff, is your guys installed, or those are being the HVAC guy?
The HVAC guy cut all the holes.
Oh,
and
okay.
we just installed the vents on top.
Okay, so those plastic pieces are being installed by your guys?
That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
This is all installed by us. So.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
And those are kind of plumbing stuff, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
the silver ones are for fans, like from your bathroom, from the hood range.
Yeah.
And then the black ones down there are for the plumbing stuff.
The whole stack. Okay. Okay. No, that sounds fantastic. So this is about 1,100 square feet house. How long take you guys from starting to finish?
We did this all in one day. I think we arrived on site about 8 o'clock. We didn't really get going until about 9 because it was a weird morning. But
Okay.
we were done by about 4:30 or 5.
Wow, that's awesome. And one thing I really should mention is I'm quite impressed on the whole job site cleanliness after they finished. I showed up actually this morning. Everything looks nice and clean, so you guys did fantastic work.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Cliff.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate your time.